you couldn't catch the live stream, I spoke on this yesterday. Somebody had a question, and when they asked the question, I got the answer. Somebody sent it to me, must have been listening, on why Tony Harrison and Jermell Charlo ended up in Ontario, California for their rematch, and not, in Houston, or not in Texas, anywhere in Texas, or not the Barclays. And got the answer right here. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And well, the answer was they just couldn't agree on the venue. Okay, that was the answer. So somebody agreed on the venue themselves. Now, the venue in Ontario, it only holds 10 bands, around 10,000 people. All right, and a lot of people wonder, like, damn, why it gotta be there? Now, Las Vegas probably booked with magic shows and concerts and stuff of that nature, or maybe they don't have a great card to kind of fill it up. But that venue kind of small. They went to fighting at a 16,000 venue in the Barclays Center. And I've been to the Barclays Center. It's nice. You know what I'm saying? It's solid. And they went for fighting the 16,000 seat arena. And plus, they had a nice little main event with Charlo and Korobov to fighting in a smaller venue. Okay, but the first time around, give you some history real quick. Tony Harrison and his people was trying to do it in Detroit, I guess at Little Caesars Arena, and then Jermell Charlo wanted to fight in Houston. It could have been in Houston, okay. But then Jermell Charlo ended up getting in Houston Day with Brandon Adams, because they told both fighters that y'all can't fight in excuse me. What he said, y'all can't fight in your hometowns. Okay? So Tony couldn't get in Detroit, Charlo couldn't get in Houston, so they decided, okay, Vegas. I think it was at the Mandalay Bay or wherever the hell they fought at, or the MGM Grand. They said, well, y'all can't fight in Houston. Y'all can't fight in your hometown. So they decided on Vegas. Obviously, Tony Harrison got injured, and people started saying, well, Tony Harrison faked the injury because he said if he didn't want the fight, he would just fake injury and pull out. Well, he's taking the fight again. He's taking the rematch. Okay? So that is what it is. But they just couldn't agree on the venue. I don't think Charlo won. This is just me speculating right here. I don't think Charlo wanted to go back to New York City because he thinks the judges was corrupt there. And there lies a problem. If you're worried about the judges coming into a rematch, you're not worried about what you did wrong and what the mistakes you made wrong. When you approach any problem like that, you're going to keep having the same problem. He may get past Harrison, but guess what? He still got a lot of flaws. You know what I'm saying? Him and Derrick James not no good fit. But Derrick James, he fight too much on his emotions. Aggressive, trying to be a knockout puncher. He really got an aggressive attitude, but that don't fit his skill sets. If you watch Charlo and Rosado and other good fights he had coming up, but that don't fit his style. But when you look at that situation and it go wrong, and you don't have no responsibility on it, and you feel like you didn't do nothing wrong, and it was all the other person, or in this situation it was the judges, he coming in with the wrong mindset. He is. And another thing to watch out for him too is that at his brother press conference versus Brandon Adams, Wood Stay Real TV, y'all go check his shit out, his channel out, and he was saying that they had cut his mic off. Somebody told me he cut his mic off, and he caught on to it, and he said that the reason the Jermell lost is because somebody trying to tame the Charlo twins at Fox, PBC, or Showtime. And I totally agree with him, because their attitudes changed, once Jermell lost. And then once Kelly Swanson from Magnum Media, somebody over there, cut his mic off at his brother's post press conference at the Brandon Adams, that confirmed it to me that they taming Jermell Charlo. You know what I'm saying? They trying to let him know, like, you doing too much. Have some respect. He pissed off a lot of media members too. But that's something to watch out for. But if he don't think he did nothing wrong in the fight, that's gonna just be him. And when he fought Horikata, I don't see no improvements. I don't see they tried to work on nothing new. He fought the same way. And if Tony Harrison looking at it like, I gotta make an adjustment, I know what I need to do. He left a lot of punches out there, and he did a lot. And he come in a better condition this time. He should get the dub. If it's close again, they're gonna give it to him. because of Charlo attitude, but the reason somebody chose Ontario for them. Somebody said they couldn't decide on the venue, so that was their neutral ground right there. Charlo liked to train in Southern California a little bit, and Harrison, that's a long way off from Detroit. You know, Harrison had a ton of fans there at the Barclays Center, because Detroit and the Barclays Center, that's like a hometown advantage for him. You know what I'm saying? It's right there. There ain't nothing but I can fly there all the time. Hour and a half, hour 40 minutes flight, depending on delays. And that may be another reason why Charlo didn't want to go back to the Barclays Center. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the cold weather. It has something to do with it. Or maybe maybe he felt the judges, or that was an unofficial home field advantage, because most of the fighters from the Midwest and from the East Coast, they used to fight in Atlantic City. Bernard, Kelly Pavlik, that was their spot. Now they're trying to make the Barclays Centers the new Atlantic City or the new MSG, but it don't matter. If he really concerned about the venue that much, he concerned about the judges that much, he already in a losing state of mind. So they're gonna do it in Ontario, and that's the reason why. I appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Want to make a donation, link subscription, best way to donate, share the video. But the link's in the description. And don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. If you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests, keep sharing the videos. One time for the one time, we gone.